comments go back to 2017. They show the planning, the thought processes of the defendant, his state of mind, what he was searching for on the internet. This all goes to CCP, and not just for the establishment of the aggravator, but as to the weight that it should be given by the jury. These searches are absolutely relevant. The fact that they are unpleasant. The state doesn't seek to introduce pleasant evidence. Yes, it is against the defendant, but this is what the defendant was searching for, and that's why the state seeks to admit it. It goes to CCP.
I thought these were comments.
They are.
You said searching for.
They're searches and they're comments. They're what the defendant has put on the internet, Your Honor.
But the two things that I'm looking at are comments that I assume you made in reference to a YouTube video. It says YouTube comments. Yeah.
Judge, this is what I'm handing you is the actual copies of all the evidence. I just gave you two examples, or Mr. Satz gave you one and I gave you one. This is where everything...
But the specific objections are to these two comments. On October 23rd, 2017, there's a YouTube comment that has 3 comments that were made. 2 on October 23rd and 1 on October 31st regarding a mass murder, hating people, and so on and so forth. You're only objecting to the second comment on that as to more specific grounds.
With more specific grounds, Judge, but just to reiterate, overall objecting based on 401 and 402.
I understand. And then on the comment, I guess the document summarizing YouTube comments made on July 3rd, 4th, and 5th of 2017, you only have a more specific objection to the comment made July 4th, 2017 at 12:38:14 a.m. Universal time.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what that means either. But about the families.
Yes, Judge.
Other than that, it's a general objection.
Under 401 and 403, yes, Your Honor. So
So
all the social media.
okay, so the documents that Mr. Marcus is talking about, you have a general objection, not a specific objection.
Yes.
And I don't mean to downplay your objection, I'm just trying to make sure I understand the difference.
No, I understand.
These are the defendant's thoughts, Your Honor. This shows the state of mind. These are from what I'm looking at on October 23rd, 2017, the comments that the defense is objecting to.
Right.
October 23rd, 2017. This is shortly in temporal proximity to when the murders took place. This clearly shows what he's thinking about, what he wants to do, and what he actually did. And these are his comments. And it goes to CCP, the aggravator, and it goes to the weight that these jurors can give. And they follow each other in sequence. I mean, I understand that the defense doesn't want these comments read in open court, and I will respect that as long as the court can follow along and see the sequential order of the comments.
I can.
And Judge, as to the October 23rd, 2017 comment that was posted at 11:26:09 p.m., the specific issue is the first part of the sentence.
Okay.
Right? So our request is to redact that first part. I don't think it takes anything out of context in regards to the aggravator that Ms. McCann has placed on the record.
The defendant has already pleaded guilty to 17 counts of murder, Your Honor. So I don't think taking anything out is going to change anything. It's certainly not going to lessen any prejudice. As I stated before, Your Honor, the state in these proceedings is only going to introduce prejudicial evidence against the defendant. It is our job to present aggravating factors. It's the defendant's job to present mitigating circumstances. we wouldn't be introducing this unless it was relevant to our job to present aggravation.
The problem with the first part of that comment, Your Honor, again, is that it is anticipatory rebuttal. It doesn't particularly go to CCP. I can see the state's and respect the state's argument on the second half of that.
I mean, how would it be any different if I were to say, no one's ever hurt me, but I like to hurt people?
I would argue that that would be anticipatory rebuttal if the state was to bring the first part of that comment.
But wouldn't it be just me explaining that there's no reason for what I want to do, I just want to do it?
Respectfully, I disagree. I think that using those first 4 words and allowing them to be introduced is the state's way of trying to get rebuttal in when it's inappropriate.
So you're suggesting that it may not be admissible in the state's case in chief, but it might be admissible depending on what you put on your case as rebuttal evidence?
And stating possibly that those particular words may be some, without getting into what our case is, Judge.
Okay.
It may be relevant rebuttal at that point, but it is not appropriate at this point.
Okay, state, here's your exhibit back in your, I think this is just a copy of an exhibit, and I'm gonna wait to hear the context and the relevance, and I will go with them. But you can, note your objection, renew your objection, and then I'll decide.
Okay, and that goes for also the other comment from July 2017, where the argument I made regarding inviting the jury to use victim impact evidence as an aggravating factor.
Yes, I'm gonna rule at the time as to both of them.
Okay.
Give me just 1 second.
Thank you.
Thank you. swearing in the jury? You're my point person, Ms. Basherman, from the defense for this witness?
I don't, if it's Dr.
Dr. Malik is going to be first. Right?
Okay,
He
see you
came in
next.
from out of town, so we want
Okay, no problem.
Sure, I can be the point person on this.
Sometimes I don't know who to look to for the objection, and that's fine. I can figure it out.
Bring the jurors in, Judge.
Okay, the jurors are present. State, you may call your next witness.
Thank you, Dr. Craig Malik.
Just remain standing to be sworn.
Good afternoon, sir. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down and be seated. And when you're seated, please state your full name and spell your last name for the record.
Yes, my name is Craig Thomas Malik, M-A-L-L-A-K.
Good afternoon, Dr. Malik.
Good afternoon, Mr. Satz.
And what is your occupation, sir?
I'm a forensic pathologist.
Okay. Could you briefly give us a history of your education, sir?
Yes, sir. I attended Michigan State University and received a degree in forensic sciences working in a crime lab. From there, I went to Creighton University in Omaha, Nebraska, and I got both my JD, my law degree, and my medical degree. The Navy put me through medical school, so I went right off to active duty after medical school. After the first year of residency, I was sent out with the Marines for a year as a general medical officer. They call you a regimental surgeon, but you're basically just a general medical officer. And then after that, went back and finished my residency both in Oakland and then at Bethesda at the National Naval Medical Center. From there, I was sent to the Armed Forces Institute of Pathology, which is on the grounds of the old Walter Reed, which is now closed, and specialized in forensic pathology. And I'm board certified in anatomic and clinical hospital pathology and in forensic pathology.
Okay, and you were in the Navy at the time?
Yes.
Okay, and then what happened with your career with the Navy?
After I finished my fellowship, I was sent to Okinawa, Japan to be the Armed Forces Medical Examiner for the Far East, and I served in various other capacities there. From there, I was sent to Millington, Tennessee, which is right outside Memphis, where Naval Personnel Command is, to do an administrative tour as a detail. And I wrote the orders and sent people all over the world. And I was about to get out and come down to Florida, actually, and then 9/11 happened, and I was called and asked if I wanted to be the Chief Armed Forces Medical Examiner. And in that role, not only the military, but there are no other forensic pathologists at the federal level, so we worked for all federal agencies. And right after I got there, the Space Shuttle Columbia crashed, and I was in charge of the medical investigation of that. And then the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan broke out. And we worked very, very hard. And one of the things that I really am the most proud of is there are no MIAs or POWs from either of those conflicts. Everybody has been accounted for. And so there's no family that doesn't know. And as the war wound down, I started to go out and interviewed for a civilian job. And I came down here thinking this is just a practice interview. And the next thing I know, they're calling me and asking me if I want to be the chief medical examiner here in 2012. And I stayed here for 9 years. We were very busy with the opioid epidemic, FLACA, if you remember FLACA, COVID, we had the airport incident where 5 people were shot, the nursing home, the overheating issue there following the hurricane, and of course this tragedy here.
Okay. With reference to, just briefly, how many autopsies in your career, Dr. Malik, have you performed?
It's in the thousands.
Okay, and how many of those autopsies were the result of gunshot wounds?
Well, especially in the military during 2 wars, there were lots of gunshot wounds, so hundreds and hundreds of gunshot wounds.
Okay. And you're familiar then with small arms, gunshot wounds, and rifle AR-15 type wounds?
Well, definitely.
Okay. And have you testified as an expert in forensic pathology in a court of record?
Yes.
How many times?
Probably been well more than 1,000 times in courts, state courts, international tribunals, federal level, throughout the judicial system around the world.
Okay. Dr. Malik, more specifically, I'd like to take you to Thursday, February the 15th, 2018. Did you have an occasion to perform an autopsy on one Carol Logren?
Yes.
Okay. I want to first show you State's Exhibit 109 is that Carol Logren.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And showing you State's exhibits for identification, Dr. Malik, 22S, 22R, 22Q, 22P, 22O, 22N, and 22M. Dr. Malik, would you be good enough to take a look at these exhibits and see if we can identify them for me, please, sir?
Yes, sir.
Where are they?
These are photographs that were taken during my examination
Of Carol Logren?
of Carol.
On Thursday, February 15, 2018.
Yes, sir.
And Dr. Malik, would these exhibits help you in illustrating to the court and to the jury the nature of her wounds?
Yes.
And would those photographs, those exhibits, assist you in explaining to the court and to the jury the manner and cause of death of Carol Logren?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Malik. Your Honor, I'd like to offer these exhibits, please.
I've seen them, thank you.
Okay, is there any objection from the defense?
It's going to be objected to the DMIL 12, and just incorporate all arguments and authorities therein. Thank you.
Thank you. Over the defense objection, states 22M, like Mary, will be received as 430. 22N, like Nancy, 431. 22O, 432. 22P, 433. 22Q, 434. 22R, 435. And 22S, like Sam, 436.
Dr. Malik, I want to show you State's Exhibit marked 430. Can you see that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Could you explain, you have that one wound marked A. Could you explain what that is and what your findings were, sir?
This is an entrance wound from a gunshot.
Okay. And what damage did that cause?
That bullet pathway went across to the right side of the chest and caused injury to the vena cava, which is the large artery that brings blood back to the heart, and then portions of it were found in the right breast tissue.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you State's Exhibit marked B, and B appears to be right next to where you had the arrow for A, correct?
Yes.
And how about this? What is that?
That is another entrance wound from a gunshot.
And the path and damage of that bullet, sir?
That followed the same pathway as gunshot wound A.
Okay. And State's Exhibit marked 432, and you have a gunshot wound appears to the back labeled D?
Yes.
Okay. Could you tell us about that wound?
Yes, that's a third entrance wound that entered the side of the chest.
And damage?
Damage to the chest wall, and then severe damage to the heart.
Okay. Of those three wounds, Dr. Malik, A, B, and D, would any of them any of the three in and of themselves cause fatal injury?
Oh, definitely D.
D, definitely D. And A and B?
Potentially salvageable.
Okay. And showing you State's Exhibit 433.
This is what a term that we came up with in the military called the ballistic impact point. As these bullets hit the floor and walls, they fragment and they lose a lot of their energy, and they will just hit the skin and maybe go a little ways under the skin and then stop. this wound here does not continue beyond where you see it.
Okay. And State's Exhibit 434.
This one looks like a gunshot wound again, but it's a ballistic impact point. Again, there's nothing underneath the skin. There's no pathway. It stopped right there.
Okay. And as a result of your autopsy, Dr. Malik, were you able to determine the cause of death of Carol Logren?
Yes, sir.
And what was the cause of death?
Multiple gunshot wounds.
Okay. And showing you State's Exhibit 435. What does that show?
These are some of the fragments that were recovered from the pathway. As you can imagine, they're all basically in the same area, so it's difficult to say which bullet these came from.
Okay. And State's Exhibit 436.
And again, this shows 2 copper jackets, and a third piece of copper jacket, and then 2 internal parts of the bullet, the lead from the internal from the bullet.
And doctor, in your experience, you've seen handgun wounds and AR-15 type wounds, correct?
You know, it's high velocity versus low velocity.
Yeah. What's the difference?
Well, on a handgun, they usually travel around 1,200 feet per second. The bullet does. They vary a little bit, but with these types of this type of munition, it's a very small bullet. It's a .22 caliber bullet, but it's moving at over 3,000 feet per second. And so as it enters the body, it causes this temporary cavity around it, but there's so much energy with these bullets. And so it just tears skin, bone, organs for 20 to 30 times bigger than the diameter of the actual bullet as it imparts its energy as it goes through the body.
And doctor, were you able to form an opinion with reference to wounds A, B, and D on Carol Logren? Were you able to form an opinion as to the order of shots hitting her body?
Now, it's difficult to tell, but the 2 on the top of her shoulder, there was a lot of hemorrhage with them. Once the wound from the back left side of her body severely injured the heart, now you're opening up the system, the blood pressure is going to drop right away, and you're not going to see that much hemorrhage around it. So the D entrance wound is probably sometime after the first 2.
Okay. And that D was the wound to the back?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Malik. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Defense, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Doctor.
State whenever you're ready.
Okay. Nick Masters, please.
raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down and be seated. And when you're seated, please state your full name and spell your last name for the record.
My name is Detective Nikolas Masters, Masters.
Good afternoon, Detective Masters.
Good afternoon.
What is your occupation?
I'm a detective with the Broward County Sheriff's Office.
All right. How long have you been with the Broward County Sheriff's Office?
I've been with the Broward Sheriff's Office for almost 19 years.
Okay. And what is your present assignment?
I'm currently assigned to the Strategic Investigations Division in the Internet Crimes Against Children Unit.
Okay. And I'd like to call your attention back to February of 2018. What was your assignment at that point?
The same. I was assigned to the Internet Crimes Against Children Unit.
Okay. And what are your duties and responsibilities?
So as a detective assigned to that unit, I investigate child pornography cases, but I also assist other units as well as other agencies in the analysis of electronic data.
Okay. So that's what you do, forensic data analysis?
Yes, electronic data analysis.
Okay. And how long have you been doing that?
Currently around about 9 years.
Okay. And please tell us what training and education you have had to be involved in electronic data analysis.
I went through the basic police academy. I've also attended numerous forensic courses, Cellbrite, certified operator, and physical analysis. For cell phone analysis, the extraction and analysis of data from vehicle infotainment systems out of vehicles. Numerous other forensic classes involving the preservation and collection of digital data.
Okay. And have you ever testified as an expert in forensic data analysis, electronic data analysis in a court of record?
In electronic data, yes, I've testified in 10 federal cases.
Okay. I'd like to call your attention to this case. Specifically, February the 14th, 2018. Did you become involved in this case against Nikolas Cruz?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And when did you get involved in it?
Shortly after we were made aware of the incident, around 2:45 to 3 o'clock.
Okay. And as a result of your investigation and based on your experience in the position you had with the Broward Sheriff's Office, did you evaluate any social media analysis?
Yes, we were receiving different social media accounts through the analyst teams at the Strategic Investigations Division, and then we were also monitoring intel that was coming in over the radio.
Okay. So let me now show you State's Exhibit Mark 23N. And Detective Masters, tell me what that is.
These are the YouTube comments, or some of the YouTube comments from the NicholasJacobCruz@gmail.com account.
Oh, okay. And there are some certain comments. How did you find those comments?
I conducted searches looking for various keywords and topics related to mass shootings and other types of violence.
Okay. And you received what from whom to review it?
So these were records that were provided by Google,
Okay.
and that's what the attached documents are their record certifications, which was linked. This account was linked through the YouTube records through the Uber records that we obtained.
Okay. And were there many items that you went through to pick out these particular items?
Yes.
Okay. Was it come in a disc?
They give us a download through their law enforcement portal.
Okay. And you reviewed the download and you picked out certain comments, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And attached to that is a certificate from Google?
Yes, sir.
For what?
They're just authenticating that these are records that they keep in their general business,
and then giving a list of the files that they provided.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd like to offer State's Exhibit 23N.
Defense, is there any objection to the admission of State's Exhibit 23N, like Nancy, for identification?
Yes, Judge, I'd like to review my earlier objections, specifically from arguments made in D 175, D 213, D MIL 10.
Okay, your objection is noted. Over the defense objection, 23N, like Nancy, will be received as State's 437.
Detective Masters, now I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 437. And you testified they're YouTube comments, right?
I can't see it yet.
Can you see it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You want me to make it bigger?
No, I can read those.
Let's see. Nope. Okay. So these are the comments you got from Google for YouTube comments, right?
Yes, sir.
So it lists the creation date. That means the date the comments were made.
Yes, it does.
And then it lists the comment, okay?
Yes, sir.
So could you go and read those, the dates and the comments for us?
Yes, August 30th, 2017 at 5:29 and 15 seconds p.m. UTC, which is Universal Coordinated Time. I plan on shooting them soon, year 2020, date of massacre unknown, location unknown, somewhere in Florida.
Okay.
The next one is September 2, 2017, 6:56 and 39 seconds p.m. UTC. Just want to kill people. September 8th, 2017, 1:51 and 14 seconds p.m. UTC. I rather kill people, 2020. September 16, 2017, 3:53:25 a.m. UTC. The amount of time it took for the police to come, I think this is fake. September 18, 2017, 12:25, 26 seconds a.m. UTC. I hide it deep within and think about killing people. September 18, 2017, at 12:42 and 43 seconds a.m. UTC. The last part makes me scared what happens when I have no one. I am 18, still in high school, and everyone is on their way to college while I am there thinking about killing people and ending their lives. I hate my life, and I want to take people with me. September 22, 2017, at 4:21:45 seconds a.m. UTC. I fucking hate humans. September 24th, 2017, 11:49 and 1 second p.m. UTC. I'm going to be a professional school shooter. September 28, 2017, 5:22 and 41 seconds p.m. UTC. My life sucks. I failed high school. I'm going to go on a killing rampage. October 10th, 2017, 5:37 and 14 seconds a.m. UTC. I'm going to kill a lot of fucking people. I hate you all after what happened in Las Vegas. I had enough. October 10th, 2017, at 6:36, 54 seconds a.m. UTC, I have no problem shooting a girl in the chest. October 13, 2017, 2:13 and 38 seconds a.m. UTC, I hate everyone and everything. I fucking go into a bad part of town and make a sniper nest and kill people. Just don't give a fuck about life. January 17, 2018, at 4:37 and 20 seconds a.m. UTC. I hate people. January 17, 2018, at 5:52 and 33 seconds p.m. UTC. I want to kill shit ton of people and murder children. January 17, 2018, at 6:12 and 30 seconds p.m. UTC. I want to kill people. January 30th, 2018, at 4:38 and 48 seconds a.m. UTC, I hate people.
Okay. That was YouTube comments. And now I'm going to show you. State's Exhibit marked 23M. Detective Masters, and if you could take a look at this, please, and tell me what that is.
This is the search history events from the Nikolas Jacob Cruz at gmail.com email account.
Okay, and what's it a search?
So whenever you are logged into a Google account and you are using something such as Google as your search engine, they log each and every search that you use, or even if you use anything on the Chrome browser, they keep track of all of that and tie it back to your account.
Okay. And is there an authenticity from Google?
Yes, there is.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd like to offer State's Exhibit 23M.
Defense, is there any additional objection?
No,
To
just-
23M, like Mary?
Just wanted to renew our objection previously indicated.
Okay, so noted. Over the defense objection states 23M, like Mary, for identification will be received as 438.
Okay, Detective Masters, now I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 438. And searches. You able to read that okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay. And there are your initials at the bottom?
Yes, they are.
Okay. All right, so explain what this is.
So this is how the Google searches are provided as far as the text. We've formatted them out of the text document that they provide to make it more organized. But the first part shows a date and time stamp, again in UTC time, and then it shows the searched for, so that's what was actually searched for. Anything after the word for is what was actually typed into the search engine or the browser. And then below it shows how Google actually displays that link in your web browser URL bar.
Okay. So would you be good enough to read them for us?
Yes, sir. So it's August 24th, 2017 at 19:56 and 24 seconds UTC. Search for Charlottesville shooting. On August 30th, 2017 at 12:50 and 10 seconds UTC, he searched for the Polytech massacre. On August 30th, 2017 at 13:09 and 40 seconds UTC, searched for Columbine High School massacre. On August 30th, 2017 at 13:27:54 UTC, searched for Virginia Tech massacre. On September 2nd, 2017 at 18:12 and 9 seconds UTC, he searched for 5.56 ammo. On September 2nd, 2017 at 18:12 and 27 seconds UTC, he searched for 5.56 ammo for sale 1,000 rounds. On September 2nd, 2017 at 20:26 and 23 seconds UTC, he searched for Smith & Wesson M&P 15 Sport with 2 handguards. On September 2nd, 2017 at 20:27 and 37 seconds UTC, he searched for M&P 15 Sport handguard length. On September 14th, 2017 at 0000 hours, 4 minutes and 24 seconds UTC, search for Virginia Tech massacre. September 14th, 2017 at 00:07 minutes and 19 seconds UTC, he searched for Polytech massacre. On September 18th, 2017 at 03:13 and 38 seconds UTC, searched for 1,000 rounds 5.56. On September 18th, 2017 at 20:01 and 1 second UTC, searched for 5.56 tracer rounds.
Okay, and here's the second page.
On October 3rd, 2017 at 22:55 and 21 seconds UTC, searched for how many rounds were fired during the Las Vegas massacre. October 6, 2017 at 00:54 minutes, 49 seconds UTC, searched for AR-15 mags. On October 10th, 2017 at 1:42 and 10 seconds UTC, searched for Aurora shooting victims. October 10th, 2017 at 1:43 and 4 seconds UTC, searched for Aurora shooting victims list. On October 10th, 2017 at 1:43 and 37 seconds UTC, search for Aurora shooting how many rounds. October 10th, 2017 at 1:44 and 24 seconds, search for Aurora shooting how many rounds were fired. October 10th, 2017 at 2:42 and 43 seconds UTC, search for Aurora massacre.
Okay. Okay, Detective Masters, now I'm going to show you State's Exhibit Mark 23L for identification. Ask if you can identify what that is.
This is the YouTube search events, also provided by Google and the Nikolas Cruz at gmail.com account, along with the record certification.
Okay, and you compiled that, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time I'd like to offer State's Exhibit 23L.
Defense, do you have any objection to the court receiving what's been marked for identification as state's composite exhibit L?
Judge, I'd just like to renew my previous objections as it pertains to the Nikolas Cruz Gmail account.
The specific objection that you spoke about earlier is not contained, either of the two more specific objections are not contained in this document, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
Okay. Over the objection of the defense states 23L, like Larry, for identification will be received as 439. Do you need a binder for the thing so it doesn't get
Yeah, that'd be great.
separated? Because I think only the last page is mine.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
It's an 18-page document, is that correct? I'm just double checking, I'm not questioning you. I'll keep it around in hands.
How many pages is it? Okay. Detective Master is now showing you State's Exhibit 439, consisting of 18 pages. Tell us what this is.
So these are the YouTube search events. So similar to when you conduct a search, either using the Google search engine or the Chrome browser, whenever you type in a search utilizing YouTube, so whether it's on their website or using the application on a mobile device, they also maintain those records and track what you're searching.
Okay. You want to read those for us, please?
Yes. June 15th, 2017 at 19:48 and 10 seconds UTC, search for McDonald's mass shooting. August 8th, 2017 at 5:57 and 11 seconds UTC, searched for Pumped Up Kicks, Columbine High School. August 9th, 2017 at 20:17 and 17 seconds UTC, searched for How to Become Evil in Society. August 10th, 2017 at 1:58 and 9 seconds UTC, search for Pumped Up Kicks, Columbine High School. August 19th, 2017 at 20:15-21 UTC, search for Park Shooting. August 25th, 2017 at 17:08 and 36 seconds UTC, search for Charlottesville Shooting. August 28th, 2017 at 17:26 and 52 seconds UTC, search for How to Shoot at 500 yards. August 31st, 2017 at 19:51 and 45 seconds UTC, searched for Polytech Massacre.
Okay. And page 2 of that exhibit?
August 31st, 2017 at 21:42:49 UTC, search for Wanting to Kill People. September 1st, 2017 at 9:09:25 UTC, search for School Massacre Kids with Guns. September 1st, 2017 at 17:47:07 UTC, searched for Columbine Massacre song. September 6, 2017, at 0:28:37 UTC, searched for Massacre in Hotel. September 6, 2017, at 0:29:09 UTC, searched for Massacre. September 6, 2017, at 0:29:45, searched for Russian Massacre short film. September 8, 2017, at 17:14:15 UTC, searched for Killing People. September 11, 2017, at 1:16 UTC, searched for AR-15 shooting.
And page 3.
September 14th, 2017, at 0:39:57 UTC, search for Polytech Massacre. September 14th, 2017, at 0:40:07 UTC, search for Polytech Massacre full movie. September 16th, 2017, at 3:47:48 UTC, search for Virginia Tech Massacre. September 16th, 2017, at 15:18:35 UTC, searched for LA Killing Rampage. September 16th, 2017, at 17:19:45 UTC, searched for Mass Murderers. September 16th, 2017, at 17:20:33 UTC, searched for The Virgin Killer. September 16th, 2017, at 17:20:54 UTC, searched for Elliot Rodger. September 18th, 2017, at 0:26:20 UTC, searched for Pumped Up Kicks Columbine High School.
Do you know who Elliot Rodger is?
Yes, he's a mass shooter who is also known as the Virgin Killer.
Okay. Page 4.
September 18th, 2017, at 0:45:28 UTC, he searched for Virginia Tech Massacre. September 18th, 2017, at 2:44:35 UTC, searched for Shooting People. September 18th, 2017, 3:23:53 UTC, searched for 1,000 rounds 5.56. September 26, 2017, 10:01:59 UTC, searched for Pumped Up Kicks Columbine High School. September 27, 2017, at 9:50:16 UTC, searched for Pumped Up Kicks Columbine High School. September 27, 2017, at 17:13:14 UTC, searched for AR-15 tactical shooting. September 28, 2017, at 3:48:16 UTC, searched for Polytech Massacre Pump Up Kicks.
And page 5.
September 29, 2017, at 0:56:14 UTC, searched for Polytech Massacre full video. October 3rd, 2017, at 4:02:59 UTC, searched for the gun that was used in the Las Vegas massacre. October 4th, 2017, at 1:41:17 UTC, searched for 100-round drum AR-15. October 4th, 2017, at 14:12:49 UTC, searched for AR-15 shooting. October 5th, 2017, at 8:59:42 UTC, searched for left-handed AR-15. October 5th, 2017, at 16:55:19 UTC, searched for 40-round AR mag. October 6th, 2017, at 17:45:40 UTC, searched for 10-round mag. October 6th, 2017, at 17:46 UTC, searched for 10-round AR-15 mag.
And page 6.
October 6, 2017, 18:39:06 UTC, searched for PMG 10-round AR-15 shooting. October 6, 2017, at 18:45:44, searched for AR-15 10-round mag shooting. October 8th, 2017, at 234112 UTC, search for Pumped Up Kicks, Columbine High School. October 13th, 2017, at 205554 UTC, search for AR-15 tracer ammo. October 16th, 2017, at 204037 UTC, search for shootout with cops. October 16th, 2017, at 204922 UTC, searched for criminal shootout with cops. October 16th, 2017, at 211230 UTC, searched for AR-15 shootout. October 16th, 2017, at 233016 UTC, searched for Polytech Massacre full movie.
And page 7.
October 16, 2017, at 233057 UTC, searched for Polytech Massacre Pump-Up Kicks. October 19, 2017, 171215 UTC, searched for school shooting. October 20th, 2017, 6:15:53 UTC, searched for top 10 murders caught on camera. October 20th, 2017, 6:16:30 UTC, searched for top 10 murders caught on tape. December 11th, 2017, at 21:09:59, searched for shooting at girls. December 11th, 2017, at 21:16:26, searched for shooting at women. December 12th, 2017, at 17:03:08, searched for Russian massacre short film. January 13th, 2018, at 5:57:28 UTC, searched for Virginia Tech massacre.
Okay. And page 8.
January 13th, 2018, at 5:58:09 UTC, search for Virginia Tech massacre documentary. January 13th, 2018, at 6:16:43 UTC, search for being shot with AR-15. January 13th, 2018, at 6:17:54 UTC, searched for shot with AR-15. January 13th, 2018, at 16:24:45 UTC, searched for shooting people. January 14th, 2018, at 5:07:37 UTC, searched for kill people. January 15th, 2018, at 17:50:37 UTC, searched for AK-47 massacre. January 16th, 2018, at 5:17:37 UTC, searched for how massacre works. January 16th, 2018, at 5:18:07 UTC, search for Las Vegas shooting. January 16th, 2018, at 19:37:30 UTC, search for school shooting song.
Okay. Page 9.
January 16th, 2018, 19:42:30 UTC, search for Columbine pump-up kicks. January 17th, 2018, at 0:34 UTC, search for perfect murder weapon. January 18th, 2018, 4:51:19 UTC, searched for killing people. January 18th, 2018, at 6:12:53 UTC, searched for school shooter. January 19th, 2018, at 4:23:39 UTC, searched for why I want to kill women. January 19th, 2018, at 18:19:15 UTC, searched for best places for a massacre. January 19th, 2018, 18:20:13 UTC, searched for Smith & Wesson M&P 15 Sport 2 meltdown. January 20th, 2018, 17:58:24 UTC, searched for massacre.
And page 10.
January 20th, 2018, 17:59:50 UTC, searched for Las Vegas shooting. January 22nd, 2018, at 1:07:10 UTC, searched for killing people. January 22nd, 2018, at 1:20:20 UTC, searched for massacre. January 22nd, 2018, 20903 UTC, searched for murder. January 24th, 2018, 174725 UTC, searched for killing people. January 24th, 2018, 175831 UTC, searched for shooting people. January 27th, 2018, 174358 UTC, searched for Virginia Tech massacre. January 28th, 2018, at 13:08:24 UTC, searched for Eric and Dylan. January 28th, 2018, 13:08:35 UTC, searched for Eric and Dylan documentary.
And Detective Masters, you know who Eric and Dylan are?
Yes, sir, they are the shooters from the Columbine massacre.
Page 11.
January 28th, 2018, 14:54:51 UTC, searched for school shooting video. January 30th, 2018, 4:39:51 UTC, searched for school shooting fail. February 2nd, 2018, 14:45:51, searched for mall massacre lesson. February 2nd, 2018, 14:35:38 UTC, searched for mall massacre active self-defense. February 7th, 2018, 13:21:40 UTC, searched for guitar case. February 13th, 2018, 17:14:10, searched for school shooters.
Detective Masters, now I want to show you State's Exhibit marked 23K for identification.
Yes, you can identify this.
These are some of the search history events from the Linda Cruz 1949 at gmail.com account.
Okay, and how's that related to the Nikolas Cruz account?
So when the Broward Sheriff's Office first obtained the data from the Nicholas Jacob Cruz email account, they provide a document that shows the linked accounts, the accounts that are linked both by SMS or text message. When you get a validation text message when you first sign up, they link those accounts by that phone number, and then they also link different accounts based upon your web browser cookie. So that's a small file that's on your computer that tracks your movement around and tells them when the same computer has visited the same website or the same servers over a different period of time. They keep track of all those different accounts, and that's how we identified Linda Cruz, 1949.
Okay, Your Honor, at this time, I'd like to end this an authenticity certificate from Google.
Yes, there's also a certificate of authenticity.
Your Honor, I'd like to offer State's Exhibit 23K.
Thank you. These are, all of these pages are part of the same composite exhibit?
Yes, one's the authentication.
objection to the court receiving what's been marked for identification 23K, as in kangaroo?
Yes, Judge, I'll renew all previous objections made today, as well as arguments in D-180, D-218, and D-MIL-10.
Okay, thank you. Over the defense objection states 23K will be received as states 440.
Now, Detective Master showing you State's Exhibit 440. What is this?
These are the Google search history events from the Linda Cruz 1949 at gmail.com account.
Okay. Did you read this for us?
Yes. November 15th, 2017 at 15:16:05 UTC, searched for Stoneman Douglas. November 15th, 2017 at 16:18:20 UTC, searched for Marjory Stoneman Douglas. November 16th, 2017, 19:29:30 UTC, search for I Want to Kill People. December 23rd, 2017 at 4:41:08 UTC, search for Massacre. December 23rd, 2017 at 4:41:28 UTC, searched for Massacre Killing. December 23rd, 2017, 4:41:46 UTC, searched for Killing People. January 13th, 2018, 16:57:23 UTC, searched for Stoneman Douglas. January 13th, 2018, at 3:25:02, searched for Smith & Wesson M&P 15 Sport 2 firing pin.
Page 2.
January 16th, 2018, at 20:54:14 UTC, searched for school shooting books. January 28th, 2018, 14:51:33 UTC, searched for school shooter test. January 28th, 2018, at 14:44:32 UTC, searched for how to become a school shooter. January 30th, 2018, at 17:50:51 UTC, searched for Aurora shooting victims. January 31st, 2018, at 22:43:36, searched for Aurora massacre. January 31st, 2018, at 23:05:46 UTC, searched for school shooting. February 2nd, 2018, at 14:19:28 UTC, searched for Marjory Stoneman Douglas. February 2nd, 2018, at 15:11:44 UTC, searched for Marjory Stoneman Douglas school hours.
Page 3.
February 2nd, 2018, at 15:19:45 UTC, searched for Stoneman Douglas school map. February 3rd, 2018, at 5:49:38 UTC, searched for school shooting. February 7th, 2018, at 1:01:16 UTC, searched for Marjory Stoneman Douglas. February 7th, 2018, at 13:22:27 UTC, searched for soft guitar case. February 10th, 2018, 23:46:33 UTC, searched for school shooters. February 12th, 2018, 17:40:04 UTC, searched for school shooters. February 12th, 2018, at 17:40:23 UTC, searched for school shooter YouTube.
And page 4.
February 13th, 2018, at 0:125:52 UTC, searched for how long does it take for a cop to show up at a school shooting. February 14th, 2018, at 03:06:22, searched for Marjory Stoneman Douglas.
Masters, I'm going to show you now. State's Exhibit marked 2023G. Ask you, Detective Masters, take a look at this.
These are the YouTube comments that were associated with the Nikolas Cruz Macavor at Gmail account.
Sorry.
Gmail account along with the record certification.
And you compiled those comments?
Yes, I did.
Now I'd like to open out State's Exhibit marked 23G.
Mr. Sachs, just real quick.
Sure, of course. Yeah, that's G.
Other than the objections previously raised, defense, do you have any objection to the court admitting 23G as in George?
No, Justice, the previous objection made earlier this afternoon, as well as renewing arguments from D-178, D-215, D-MIL-10.
Okay, over the defense objection states Exhibit 23G for identification will be received in its entirety in 441. As 441, excuse me.
I'm going to show you 400, State's Exhibit 441, Detective Masters. Could you tell us what that is?
These are the YouTube comments provided by Google that are associated with the Nikolas Cruz Macavor account.
Okay, could you read that for us, please?
Yes. July 3rd, 2017, at 10:39:54 p.m. UTC. When I turn 21, I am going to kill people. July 3rd, 2017, at 11:45:05 p.m. UTC. In 2020, you will hear me on the news doing this. July 4th, 2017, 12:11:35 a.m. UTC. On the night of my massacre, you are not forgotten, Elliot. May you RIP. July 4th, 2017, 12:35 a.m. UTC. It makes me happy to see people die. With a smiley face emoji. July 4th, 2017, at 12:38:14 a.m. UTC. I love to see the families suffer. July 4th, 2017, at 7:20:57 p.m. UTC. I want to kill people. July 5th, 2017, at 3:27:25 a.m. UTC. I think about killing people, though. July 5th, 2017, at 3:47:17 a.m. UTC. I want to kill people.
And showing you Now, Stacy, exhibit mark 23J for identification.
Actually, Mr. Sutz, before you do that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a 15-minute break. Please do not discuss the case. Please leave your notepads on your chairs, and we'll be back with you shortly. Thank you. Okay, the jury's been excused. There are a few people that needed a break. You all may be seated. Mr. Satz or State, I don't know what the next document is that you intend to introduce, if it's one that we litigated before court. If you show it to me, I can remember.
Yeah, wait a minute, I'll get it for you. Do you remember which one was? Oh, no, I have it. I have it right here.
One of them was,
Yeah.
but I think this is the,
Is this the next one?
Here you go.
Yes, that's the one that I made a specific.
I'm going to,
Should we, Detective Masters, take a break, or you?
I don't think it's necessary. In fact, he might need to hear this. I am going to grant the defense motion, and that first 1, 2, 3, 4 lines in the case in chief need to be redacted. However, if it becomes an issue in the defense case, that's a totally different ruling. Ms. Basham, you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, how about?
So, do you, or you need to make a copy of it?
If you give us some time, we'll just make a copy without that line there, or we can.
Sure, we have a photocopier, you all don't have one here. Oh, you have one. Oh, so if you need this tape,
We could make it now.
okay.
Okay.
All right, so we're in recess for 15 minutes now, Detective, you may feel defendant is present. Are both sides ready to finish the witness testimony and we'll bring in the jurors and then finish the witness testimony?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Okay. Can we bring in the jurors, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
You said 4 lines, but I think you meant 4 words, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what we took.
Thank you.
Aaron, do you take that away?
Do you have Ms. Maxey at Mr. Sack?
Wait, please.
Jurors are present. Everyone may be seated and state whenever you're ready. You can continue with your question.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay. Detective Masters, now I show you State's Exhibit 23J. Ask you if you can identify that.
Yes, sir. It's the Nikolas Cruz Makarov at gmail.com YouTube comments with the business record certification.
And did you compile this?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd like to offer State's Exhibit 23J.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is there any specific objection other than what was previously raised?
Yes, Judge, just arguments that were made in D-177, D-214, and D-MIL-10.
Okay. Over the defense objection, State's Exhibit 23J for identification will be received as 442.
to show you Detective Masters' State's Exhibit 442. And what is this?
These are the YouTube comments from the Nikolas Cruz Makarov Google account.
Okay. How do you link all these accounts to the defendant, Nikolas Jacob Cruz?
So all of these accounts were linked based upon the browser cookies that I had spoken about earlier, where the same web browser or device was utilized to log into each one of these accounts.
Okay. And did you have anything to do with the Uber account?
Yes, I did.
What did you do?
So with the Uber account, I did the initial emergency records request and reviewed that, and that's where the first the Nikolas Jacob Cruz at Gmail account came from.
Okay, so based on that information that you originally had, you linked all these other accounts, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so with the Nikolas Cruz Makarov, want to tell us what this says?
Yes, on July 17th, 2017, at 12:57:07 a.m. UTC, the comment was, "They did pretty good. Should have had killed more people. It's more of a 2-shot to confirm a kill. It's called double tap. If they would have done that, it would have been more like a 36 kill count, like what happened in McDonald's, but pretty good in all with the weapons they had to." July 26, 2017, 12:22:23 a.m. UTC. I am a level 3 psychopath. Woo ha 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 ha. Blood ha ha ja ja. 2020. July 26, 2017 at 1:18:30 a.m. UTC. May Cho, R.I.P. He's just like me. 2020. You fucking bastards. Fuck society.
Who is Cho, do you know?
He is the shooter from the Virginia Tech massacre.
Okay.
July 26, 2017 at 3:44:11 a.m. UTC. I want to join the Army for the chance to kill people and end life. July 26, 2017 at 6:13:18 p.m. UTC. What a little pussy, you're supposed to do one fucking thing and you only managed to fucking injured one person. You little fucking pussy, I would have killed everyone. Not ask a question and kill everyone. July 26, 2017 at 6:15:46 p.m. UTC. No mercy, no questions, always double tap. July 31st, 2017, 4:10:58 a.m. UTC. I already see my future, nothing but loneliness. I wish to keep something in the history books like Eric and Dylan. For that, you will hear me on the news 2020. July 31st, 2017 at 5:23:05 a.m. UTC. I'm going to kill people, 20 people. September 11th, 2017 at 7:03:33 p.m. UTC. I fucking shoot all of them.
And now I'm going to show you State's Exhibit marked 23H. Look at that. See if we can call that.
Yes, these are the YouTube comments from the Antifa Killer 69
Okay.
Google account.
Okay. How did you tie in Antifa Killer 69 to Nikolas Cruz?
Utilizing the same method with the same document from the Nikolas Jacob Cruz Gmail account, where they listed the matching phone numbers for the SMS connection, as well as the web browser cookie.
Okay, and I forgot to ask you about Linda Cruz, 1949. How did you link that to Nikolas Cruz?
That was through the same method. That was also linked through the browser cookie.
And do you know who Linda Cruz is?
The defendant's stepmother, I believe.
Okay. And do you know when she passed away?
I believe it was November 1st of 2017.
Okay. All right, so with State's Exhibit, Antifa Killer, did you compile that?
I did.
Okay. I'd like to offer State's Exhibit 23H.
Thank you. Okay, is there any objection?
Yes, Judge. Just renew previous objections from earlier today, as well as arguments in D-178, D-215, and D-MIL-10.
Okay, over the defense objection, the state's composite 23H will be received in part in its current form as 443.
The 443 State's Exhibit 443, Detective Masters. Show it to you right now. What is that?
These are the YouTube comments provided by Google, which associate with the Antifa Killer 69 Google account.
Okay, could you read that for us?
October 31st, 2017, at 9:16:32 p.m. UTC. It's over. My time is almost here. Fuck all of you. Fuck you all. Muahahahaha. I hope I kill you all. October 23rd, 2017, 11:26:09 p.m. UTC. I just hate people in general. October 23rd, 2017, 9:29:04 p.m. UTC. I'm a mass murderer. I'm a mass murderer with interesting thoughts of death and destruction.
And State's Exhibit marked 23I. For identification, Detective Master, take a look at that.
Yes, this is the Google search history for Nikolas Cruz Makarov.
Okay, and how did you tie that to Nikolas Cruz?
Through the same method with the web browser cookie and the SMS.
Okay, and did you compile that?
I did.
Okay, and it has the authenticity certificate from Google?
It does.
Your Honor, at this time I'd like to offer State's Exhibit 23I.
Okay, is there any objection?
Yes, Judge. Previous objections that were made earlier today, and the D numbers have already been placed on the record.
Okay. Over the defense objection, state's composite exhibit 23I will be received as 444.
Detective Masters, now show you State's Exhibit 444. What is this?
These are the Google search history events for Nikolas Cruz Makarov at gmail.com.
Okay, and would you read that to us, please?
July 7th, 2017 at 17:09:11 UTC. Search for AR-15 mags. July 15th, 2017, at 5:45:55 UTC, search for movie theater massacre gun. July 16th, 2017, 1941-13 UTC, search for movie theater massacre gun. July 21st, 2017, at 2:52:43 UTC, search for gun case cost. July 26, 2017, 1:25:14 UTC, search for Virginia Tech massacre.
Thank you, Detective Masters. Your Honor, I have no further questions of this witness.
Defense, do you have any questions?
Yes, Judge, briefly.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Detective.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
None of Mr. Cruz's accounts were set to a private, correct?
What do you mean set to private?
None of his social media accounts or Gmail accounts were set under a privacy setting
I'm not sure of the other, there's no privacy settings really for
for Google.
Gmail accounts, right? The searches are held on the back end.
Okay. What about YouTube?
The YouTube comments are publicly available.
Okay. And that's different than searches, right? Searches aren't always publicly available, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And when Mr. Cruz was posting on the YouTube comments, in many of his Gmail accounts, he used his real name.
On the Gmail accounts we just covered, yes.
Yes. And would you agree with me that Mr. Cruz spells his first name, Nikolas, in a different manner than most people do?
Yes. Well, it's different than the spelling of my name, yes.
Right. Are you aware of whether Google or YouTube or anyone else monitors searches and comments for possible threats?
I'm not aware of anything that they do, no.
Okay. I'm going to show you States 443. If I can figure out how to use this. Can you see that, Detective?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you had read off the October 31st, 2017 comment there, correct?
Yeah.
On direct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were aware that when this comment was made, Mr. Cruz's mother was in the hospital dying and in fact died less than 24 hours later.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Okay. A moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
Thank you, Detective.
Thank you.
Steve, do you have anything else for us?
No, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
I'm
You're
sorry.
excused. That's okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have good news. Hopefully it's good news. We're going to, that's the last witness that the state has prepared for today. So we are going to recess early. You all have been given, or you should have been given a letter which is signed by me indicating you were here this week and that you're required to be back on Monday. You will notice that the time is 30 minutes later on your calendar, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. You don't have to be here until 9 o'clock. Please take the calendar with you, and then Thursday, we need you here a little bit early. That's also on the calendar. I will remind you each day of that. Other than that, please remember that when we are in recesses, you may not discuss the case with anyone, including friends or family members. You may not try to look up information about the case or the people and places involved. Do not permit anyone to say anything to you or in your presence about this case, and if anyone attempts to say something to you about the case, tell the person to stop and report the matter immediately. Thank you all very much for your time and attention. Have a safe drive home, and I will see you back on Monday morning. Please leave your notepads behind. Thank you. been excused. Everyone may be seated. Lawyers, for your information, the Chief Judge, Jack Tudor, would like to have another meeting similar to the one from last week. He's available today. He has confirmed, has attempted to confirm with both offices. He's confirmed with VSO, and he was going to, it was set for 4, because I wasn't exactly sure when we were going to be done, but I can ask him. Hold on one second. Okay, he can do it when you all finish up here. We can go straight, I think he's on 20th floor. I assume you all are available since we finished.
For weeks.
Okay, and he said if the state could let Mr. Pryor know, because he was confirmed for 4 o'clock, and then he asked me to let Tony with BSO know, because he was also confirmed for 4 o'clock. So why don't we, it's 3:02 now, why don't we aim for about 3:15? That'll give everyone an opportunity to gather their belongings, okay?
Sure.
Thank you. Other than that, we're in recess.